The holographic display flickered in the command center of the Resilience, humanity's last remaining dreadnought. Melissa Chen stood at attention, her gray eyes fixed on the swirling mass of enemy vessels that surrounded Earth's final colony on Kepler 442b. As the ship's chief tactical officer, she had seen humanity pushed to the brink before, but never like this. "Ma'am, the Vardaxian fleet is charging weapons," reported Liam Torres from his station, his fingers dancing across the haptic interface. "They're broadcasting the Council's ultimatum again." Melissa didn't need to hear it repeated. She knew it by heart. 3 months ago, the Galactic Council, a coalition of 17 advanced species, had declared humanity a contamination risk to the civilized galaxy. Their crime? Refusing to abandon their primitive belief in individual freedom, their reckless curiosity, and their stubborn refusal to submit to the Council's collective consciousness protocols. The Council had given humanity one choice: join the Hive or face extinction. Humanity predictably had chosen extinction. "How many ships?" Melissa asked, her voice steady despite the tremor in her chest. 473 capital ships plus support craft, Liam replied. "They're not taking chances this time." Melissa allowed herself a bitter smile. The Council had learned to fear humans, even as they sought to eradicate them. 6 months of guerrilla warfare across 12 systems had taught the alien alliance that humans didn't fight like civilized species. They didn't retreat when logic demanded it. They didn't surrender when defeat was mathematically certain. They improvised, adapted, and struck from impossible angles with weapons the Council's war algorithms couldn't predict. But mathematics didn't lie. 400 ships against 1 was not a battle. It was an execution. "Commander Chen," came a voice from behind her. Captain Adesina emerged from her ready room, her dark face carved from stone. "I've received final authorization from Earth's provisional government." Melissa's breath caught. "The Prometheus Protocol?" Adesina nodded grimly. "We're the last ship with the capability. If we're going to do this, it has to be now." Liam spun in his chair, his young face pale. "Captain, the Prometheus Protocol was banned for a reason. If we deploy it, we trigger a chain reaction that could destabilize half the galaxy," Adesina finished. "I'm aware, Lieutenant. I'm also aware that in approximately 40 minutes the Vardaxian fleet will glass this colony and kill the last 8 million humans in the universe." She paused, her jaw tight. "The Council wanted to exterminate us because they feared what we might become. Let's show them they were right to be afraid." Melissa felt ice spread through her veins. The Prometheus Protocol, a human innovation so terrifying that even Earth's most hardline military councils had locked it away, hoping it would never be needed. The theory was simple, the execution nightmarish. By creating a cascading quantum entanglement collapse within a star's core, they could trigger a supernova artificially, instantly, and with precision targeting. The Kepler 442 system contained 7 planets. 3 of them were Vardaxian breeding worlds. 2 housed Council military installations. The blast radius would extend to neighboring systems, all of them densely populated by the species who had voted to annihilate humanity. "They'll call us monsters," Melissa said quietly. "They already do," Adesina replied. "The question is whether we die as victims or as a warning. The Council believes might makes right. They believe their superior numbers and technology entitle them to dictate the fate of younger species. Let's teach them the lesson every bully learns eventually. There's always someone crazier than you are." Liam's hands were shaking as he pulled up the firing solution. "Prometheus Protocol ready? We'll need to position the Resilience within the star's corona. At that range, we won't survive the initial detonation." "No one's ordering you to stay," Adesina said, meeting each officer's eyes. "We have enough escape pods for everyone. You can be on the colony's surface in 10 minutes. Melissa laughed, a sharp, brittle sound. "To die 40 minutes later when the Vardaxians arrive? No thank you, Captain. If this is humanity's last stand, I'd rather die taking a few trillion of them with us." Around the bridge, heads nodded. Not one person moved toward the escape pods. Adesina's expression softened almost imperceptibly. "Then let's make it count. Helm, set course for the star. Best possible speed." The Resilience broke from orbit, accelerating toward the yellow dwarf at the system's heart. The Vardaxian fleet, caught off guard by the unexpected maneuver, scrambled to intercept. Energy beams lanced through space, splashing against the dreadnought's failing shields. "Shields at 40%, Liam reported, his voice surprisingly calm now. 30. They're concentrating fire on our engineering section. Keep us steady, Melissa ordered. We just need 2 more minutes. Through the view screen, the star grew from a distant point to a raging inferno. Heat warnings screamed across every console as the Resilience dove into the corona, her hull beginning to buckle from the impossible temperatures. Prometheus protocol armed, Liam announced. On your order, Captain. Adesina stood, straightening her uniform one final time. Before we do this, I want you all to know, it has been the greatest honor of my life to serve with you. Humanity may die today, but we'll die free. We'll die human. She raised her hand. Fire! Liam pressed the activation sequence. For 3 seconds, nothing happened. Then reality screamed. The quantum entanglement device burrowed into the star's core, finding the precise atomic frequencies needed to destabilize the fusion reaction. The star's carefully balanced dance of gravity and radiation collapsed. In an instant, Kepler 442 became a supernova. The Resilience vaporized in the first nanosecond. Melissa's last thought was of Earth, green and blue and gone, but never forgotten. The shockwave expanded at relativistic speeds. The Vardaxian fleet evaporated like morning dew. The 3 breeding worlds, home to 40 billion Vardaxians, simply ceased to exist. The Council military installations, the orbital shipyards, the supply depots, all consumed in cleansing fire. And it didn't stop. The supernova's radiation, precisely calibrated by human ingenuity, propagated through the quantum communication networks that linked every Council world. The same technology that allowed faster-than-light coordination became a vector for catastrophic energy discharge. Stars across the Council territories began to destabilize. In the span of 6 hours, the Galactic Council, rulers of the galaxy for 10,000 years, collapsed into chaos as their infrastructure disintegrated and their populations scrambled to evacuate doomed systems. On Earth's ruins, automated archives activated. Humanity's final message broadcast across every frequency, in every known language. You wanted to extinguish us because you feared what we represented. You should have feared what we would do when you tried. Remember us. Remember that humans would rather die free than live as slaves. And remember that we took you with us. The galaxy would never forget the species that chose extinction over submission, and proved that sometimes the smallest flame can burn down the entire forest. Humanity's last war had lasted only hours, but its consequences would echo for millennia.